it sounds like, they dead serious about this fight, man. That Amir Khan and Billy Joe Saunders, it sounds like the rumors are getting super strong now. This boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is. It's strictly a rumor here. But it seems like Billy Joe Saunders and Amir Khan have agreed to a catch weight, and that they legitimately gonna fight for the WBO middleweight title of the world. And Amir Khan, instead of going back to welterweight and trying to prove his worth, and he's not ranked inside the top 15 in any of the welterweight section in belt bodies, is going to try his luck at another catchweight for a middleweight title. That's his prerogative, man. It's definitely a money grab type of fight. You talk shit about McGregor Mayweather. This is in the same vein as that fight. It's a money grab. Is it a more winnable fight on Khan's end compared to McGregor? Yeah, probably so. Billy Joe Saunders look like shit, and I think December 9th might be the day. And I don't understand why Amir Khan just keeps, jumping up, taking risks. It's fights at welterweight for him to be had, man. He could have jumped in there with anybody would have jumped in with him besides Danny Garcia. If he was gonna take a risk, why not, take a risk at welterweight? He didn't hold the title there. I don't think he held the title at welterweight. So why not jump in there with Earl Spence? I understand you got a glass jaw, but shit, Billy Joe Saunders, he packed somewhat of a punch at 160 himself. Why not go try to fight Sean Porter? He ain't the biggest puncher. I just think his career is it's desperate now, Amir Khan. He's desperate. Billy Joe Saunders is definitely doing this as an easy fight to get as much money as he can before that belt. He has to come off that belt. Because eventually somebody going to come for that belt. Somebody going to whip Billy Joe Saunders' ass. Because he knows that he's at the end. He didn't look like the same Billy Joe Saunders I've seen in the past. Maybe he got lucky with Ebanks and Andy Lee and those two guys. He looked like dog shit versus Willie Monroe. And Dave Lemieux would have knocked his ass out that night. Miguel Cotto would have beat his ass that night. A lot of different guys would have whooped that ass that night. I can go on and on. So I would have loved to see Billy Joe Saunders versus Miguel Cotto December 9th. It would have made sense. Billy Joe Saunders coming MSG. It was a big money fight for Cotto. Opportunity to win a 160-pound champion who could have been a catch weight. That made more sense to me. Even an Amir Khan versus Cotto fight at 154 made more sense to me. I can keep going on and on with a few other fights that made more sense than Amir Khan versus Billy Joe Saunders. Amir Khan didn't try. He don't want to take a tune-up. That's what it looked like. Going up versus Billy Joe Saunders, he could have did something at welterweight then. He could have jumped in there with Earl Spence. He could have jumped in there with Sean Porter. He could have jumped in there with Bud Crawford. He could have jumped in there with somebody else. He just seems to be hell-bent on just getting knocked the fuck out and being an afterthought, But at the end of the day, he's just a name. It's a money grab type of fight. I definitely will watch to see Khan get knocked the fuck out. But could Khan pull it off? Possibly so. But me out the ring almost, 2 years now? I don't know, brother. It just seems like a money grab to pay alimony to his wife. But we gone.